Arne Slot delivers Alexander Isak reality check ahead of Liverpool vs Chelsea. Alexander Isak has been handled carefully since his blockbuster transfer to Liverpool, and Arne Slot has explained why it will still be some time before fans see the best of him. Arne Slot says it will take time for Alexander Isak and his new Liverpool teammates to get on the same wavelength. Arne Slot insists that it will take time for Alexander Isak to adjust to his new Liverpool teammates as the Reds' record £125 million summer signing continues to find his feet at Anfield. Isak was a second-half substitute in the 1-0 loss to Galatasaray on Tuesday night, but could be set for a starting role against Chelsea on Saturday depending on Hugo Ekitike's fitness, with the Frenchman having to be withdrawn through injury in Istanbul. The Sweden international has been carefully managed since moving from Newcastle, where he was training alone during pre-season. And while much has been made over Isak's fitness, Slot has warned everybody that the striker will have to build up an understanding with his teammates and vice versa once he's fully fit and firing, and that means it could be some time before Liverpool fans see him at his very best. I said to him, the difficult thing is you will have your appearances, but if you add minutes together it probably won't be more than 90 minutes, Slot said in his press conference on Friday. That's what we inherited from his situation at Newcastle. We knew this before, so it's not an excuse. The main thing is he has to adjust to his teammates and they have to adjust to him. He had a great counter moment against Palace, but the midfield didn't see it. These are the things that they have to work on, but that's been harder than last season because of Alexander, Alexis Mac Allister, Connor Bradley, and playing Dominic Szoboszlai. Top 10 highest paid Liverpool players. Liverpool's wage bill is packed with global stars and rising talents, reflecting the club's ambition under Fenway Sports Group in the last several years. Along the way to winning the Premier League, FSG negotiated new deals for Mohamed Salah and Virgil van Dijk, which drastically increased the club's wage bill. Of course, Liverpool bid farewell to Trent Alexander-Arnold after the Scouser opted to move to Real Madrid for free, so his massive wages were removed from the club's expenses. That said, signing Florian Wirtz, Hugo Ekitike, and of course, Alexander Isak added even more to the weekly expenditure. From Salah's record-breaking deal to big-money contracts for new arrivals, here are the top 10 highest-paid players at Anfield in 2025-26. 10. Ryan Gravenberch, £7,800,000 per year. Dutch midfielder Ryan Gravenberch earns £150,000 per week. At just 23 years old, his contract was signed in 2023 and runs until 2028, putting him on the same financial tier as Mac Allister and Chiesa. Gravenberch's athleticism and technical ability make him a central piece in Liverpool's long-term midfield evolution, with a contract worth £23 million in gross terms. 9. Federico Chiesa, £7,800,000 per year. Italy international Federico Chiesa matches Gravenberch and Alexis Mac Allister's salary with £150,000 per week. Signed in 2024, Chiesa's contract runs until 2028, and his versatility across the forward line makes him a key part of Liverpool's attacking depth. With a gross contract value of around £23 million, his salary is a reflection of both his pedigree and his ability to deliver in big matches. 8. Alexis Mac Allister, £7,800,000 per year. World Cup winner Alexis Mac Allister earns £150,000 per week, with his deal set to run until 2028. The Argentine midfielder has become a pivotal figure in Arne Slot's midfield, combining technical quality with tactical intelligence. Signed in 2023, his contract value totals over £23 million, a figure that underlines his importance to Liverpool's rebuild in the post-Jurgen Klopp era. 7. Andy Robertson, £8,320,000 per year. Liverpool's vice-captain and long-serving left-back Andy Robertson earns £160,000 per week, making him one of the highest-paid defenders in the squad. At 31 years old, Robertson's contract runs until 2026, meaning he has one more season before the club must make a big decision on his future. His relentless energy, leadership, and consistency justify his wage bill, and he remains a vital figure both on and off the pitch. 6. Hugo Ekitike, £10,400,000 per year. The French forward, signed from Eintracht Frankfurt, is one of Liverpool's rising stars. At just 23 years old, Ekitike is tied down on a long-term deal until June 2031 with wages of £200,000 per week. His inclusion in the top 10 highlights how Liverpool are willing to invest heavily in young attacking talent with long-term potential. His total gross contract value is projected at over £62 million, showing the scale of faith the club has in him. 5. Florian Wirtz, £10,400,000 per year. Germany international Florian Wirtz is another young star who earns £200,000 per week. Signed in July 2025, his deal runs until June 2030, giving Liverpool a long window to build around his creativity. Wirtz is seen as a generational attacking midfielder, and his salary reflects both his current ability and his long-term potential. With a gross remaining contract value of £52 million, he is one of the most expensive midfielders Liverpool have ever committed to. 4. Cody Gakpo, £13 million per year. Cody Gakpo, the Dutch forward, earns an estimated £250,000 per week, putting him 10th on Liverpool's list of top earners. Since arriving from PSV, Gakpo has become a versatile option across the front line, capable of playing as a winger, central striker, or attacking midfielder. His contract runs until June 2026, making the coming seasons crucial as Liverpool decide whether to extend or cash in on him. With a gross salary of £13 million per year, he is comfortably among the top earners at Anfield. 3. Alexander Isak, £14,560,000 per year. Liverpool broke the bank to sign Swedish striker Alexander Isak in 2025, and his salary reflects his marquee status. He earns a massive £280,000 per week, placing him among the very top earners at the club. Isak's contract runs until 2031, with a staggering gross contract value of £87 million, the single largest financial commitment Liverpool currently have to a player. His wages underline the club's ambition to add world-class firepower to their attack. 2. Virgil van Dijk, £18,200,000 per year. Captain Virgil van Dijk remains the defensive cornerstone of Liverpool and is rewarded accordingly. He earns £350,000 per week, making him the second highest paid player at the club. At 34 years old, Van Dijk's contract runs until 2027, giving him 2 more seasons as the leader of the squad. With a gross contract value of over £36 million, Liverpool have invested heavily in their skipper, who continues to set the standard in both performance and leadership. 1. Mohamed Salah, £20,800,000 per year. Unsurprisingly, Mohamed Salah tops Liverpool's wage list. The Egyptian king earns a colossal £400,000 per week, cementing his status as the club's highest-paid player. His contract, signed in 2025, runs until 2027, worth an overall £41 million gross. At 33 years old, Salah remains Liverpool's most marketable and influential star, and his salary reflects both his legendary contributions and his continued value to the team. Liverpool's wage bill reflects a mix of established world-class stars like Salah and Van Dijk, alongside younger talents such as Isak, Wirtz, and Ekatike, who represent the club's future. The club's top 10 earners highlight the balance between rewarding experience and investing in the next generation of Anfield superstars. Hugo Ekatike responds after announcement made amid Liverpool injury concern. Despite Arne Slot confirming that Hugo Ekatike is a doubt for Liverpool's trip to Chelsea on Saturday, the 22-year-old has still been included in the France squad for 2 World Cup qualifiers. Hugo Ekatike has responded after he was named in the latest France national team squad despite coming off injured in Liverpool's Champions League defeat to Galatasaray on Tuesday. Ekatike, 23, has made an electric start to his Reds' career, scoring 5 goals and providing 1 assist in 9 matches across all competitions. After missing the 2-1 defeat at Crystal Palace through suspension, Ekatike returned to the 11 for the trip to Istanbul but was substituted in the 68th minute after picking up an injury. He said he couldn't continue, so we had to take him off. Let's see how he is for the weekend, Liverpool head coach Arne Slot said after Ekatike was forced off against Galatasaray. After France confirmed that Ekatike would be in the squad for those 2 matches, he took to Instagram to react to the all-important news, sharing France's announcement to his story. Also included in the France squad for the October international fixtures is Liverpool teammate Ibrahima Konate, while Crystal Palace's Jean-Philippe Mateta has been rewarded with his first call-up. Ekatike isn't the only Liverpool player that sustained an injury against Galatasaray. Alisson went off during the defeat with what appeared to be a hamstring problem, after making a save to deny Victor Osimhen. Slot confirmed post-match that the Brazilian won't feature in the trip to Stamford Bridge this weekend. If my player is on the floor, 9 out of 10 times I fear the worst, and with the worst I mean that he cannot continue, Slot said. It's never positive if you go off like this. You can be sure he is not playing Saturday. After sustaining the issue, Alisson took to Instagram on Thursday morning and posted 2 images of him from the game at Rams Park. He has been left out of the Brazil squad for 2 friendlies during the October international break, with Fenerbahce Ederson, Al Nassr's Bento and Hugo Souza of Corinthians included. Liverpool's new era hits a wall. Defensive cracks, transfer regrets, and the race for Mark Guéhi. The honeymoon period for Arne Slot at Liverpool appears to be over. Despite an impressive start that saw the Reds sit atop the Premier League, back-to-back defeats have exposed a vulnerability that many feared. The spotlight is now firmly on the team's shaky defense and the costly missed opportunity to sign Crystal Palace defender Mark Guéhi. As Liverpool navigates its first true crisis under new management, the transfer saga for Guéhi is heating up, with the club facing fierce competition from Europe's elite. The defensive dilemma, a decision that haunts Anfield. Liverpool's on-field struggles have been a tale of 2 seasons. While they've secured 5 wins from 6 matches to lead the Premier League, their defense has looked fragile. Conceding 7 goals in just 6 outings, the Reds have relied on dramatic late goals to bail them out. The defensive instability is particularly concerning in the center of the park, where Ibrahima Konate has been performing below his usual high standards. His form has forced Virgil van Dijk to carry a heavier load, and fans are beginning to question whether this is a temporary blip or a season-long problem. This defensive fragility has brought the club's transfer business into sharp focus. On deadline day, Mark Guéhi was on the brink of a move to Anfield, but the deal collapsed when Crystal Palace's own transfer plans fell through. At the time, the failure to land Guéhi seemed like a minor setback, but Konate's recent struggles have changed the narrative entirely. Fans are now left wondering if signing Guéhi could have been more impactful than the big-money transfer of Florian Wirtz. The need for a top-tier center-back is more pressing than ever, especially with Giovanni Leone out for a year with an ACL tear. While Joe Gomez remains an option, his performance against Southampton in the Carabao Cup has done little to inspire confidence. This leaves Liverpool in a difficult position. Rely on a struggling Konate or re-enter the high-stakes race for Guéhi in the January transfer window. Guéhi's future. A bidding war looms. The bad news for Liverpool is that the race for Guéhi is heating up. The English international has reportedly told his agents to keep communication lines open with Real Madrid, and he's also open to a move to La Liga to test his skills. According to a report from Caught Offside, Tottenham is now the leading contender to sign him, with Barcelona and Real Madrid also weighing up bids. With Guéhi's contract expiring at the end of the season, a bidding war is inevitable. While Liverpool may have a chance to sign him in January, the competition is steep, and the club's initial reluctance to make a move may come back to haunt them. If Konate's form doesn't improve over the next couple of months, it would not be a surprise to see Liverpool throw everything they have at securing Guéhi's signature to salvage their title and Champions League hopes. Slot's first hurdle and the patience of a legend. Despite the recent struggles, Arne Slot has earned high praise from one of the most unlikely sources: former Manchester United captain Gary Neville. Neville, who expected Liverpool to face significant challenges after Jurgen Klopp's departure, admitted he was wrong about the Dutchman. Neville described Slot's job as absolutely incredible and praised his flawless conduct, noting that he won the Premier League in his first season. Liverpool legend Kenny Dalglish echoed this sentiment, calling both Klopp and Slot brilliant people for the club. However, Dalglish also offered a dose of reality, stating that the team is not yet at its best and may need a couple of months to find its rhythm. He urged fans to be patient as the new signings settle in, noting that the winning would be more important than the entertaining. This patience is particularly needed for Liverpool's new marquee signings. Florian Wirtz, a £116 million arrival, has yet to make his mark, failing to score or assist. Alexander Isak, who joined for a hefty £125 million, has also struggled to find the back of the net in the league. Jamie Carragher, speaking on CBS Sports, delivered a scathing assessment, comparing Liverpool's current style to basketball, and stating that the team's balance is not right. Carragher singled out Wirtz, suggesting he needs to be taken out of the team so Liverpool can return to a more stable structure. The enduring bond. Dalglish on Liverpool's heart. Amidst the chaos of the current season, a new documentary on Kenny Dalglish's life offers a powerful reminder of the club's identity. Speaking on the Overlap podcast, Dalglish shared his deep affection for Liverpool, a city he said felt like a second home from the moment he arrived in 1977. He spoke of his good fortune to play under 2 legendary managers, Jock Stein at Celtic and Bob Paisley at Liverpool, and how the city's people reminded him of his native Glasgow. Dalglish's story is a testament to the special bond between players and the city of Liverpool, a bond that was cemented when the staff at his hotel, the Holiday Inn, went out of their way to make his family feel welcome. As the club faces a challenging period of transition, Dalglish's words serve as a powerful reminder of the values that have always defined Liverpool: community, hard work, and a shared passion for the game. The current season is a test of those values. Can Arne Slot and his new-look squad find the balance and stability needed to compete for trophies? The answer may lie in a defender named Mark Guéhi, and whether Liverpool is willing to make a move to secure their future.